444. I spoke to two different ladies that were coming out here, deal.
How y'all doing today?
Oh, we're doing good.
Doing good. Are y'all having a problem with
We're leaving now.
We're leaving. What happened is, can you look at me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, do you have a problem? No, hey, well, don't come at me with an attitude. I just came out here talking to you. I'm looking at you right now, sir. Don't get an attitude from the get-go.
No, we came up here to bring our friend up here. He was bleeding really bad.
Okay.
And he's on blood thinners, and he's a medical vet. And,
Yes, ma'am.
You know, and he was really worried. So when we came in, and they were just taking their time, he got kind of upset with them. So then we calmed down, and we were sitting here waiting on him because we were in his truck, and my purse and everything was in his truck.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, the front lady, she lied to me. She said, Mr. Royston's asking for his keys, and I said okay, and I gave him his keys. And then next thing I know, they're coming out telling us that we have to leave. So we left.
Okay.
All my stuff was still in his truck.
I got you. I understand.
I couldn't even get in my house.
Okay.
So,
do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have an ID on you, sir?
Why do you need my ID?
Because in case they want to criminal trespass you.
I'm good.
Well, you can give me your ID or you can step out of the car.
No, I ain't stepping out of nowhere.
Go ahead and step out of the car for me, sir.
I ain't happening.
Ma'am, unlock the door for me, please.
If you reach in my car,
Ma'am, unlock the door for me so we don't have a busted window.
That, Mr. P.H. McDonald.
Yes. Okay. Ma'am, will you unlock the door for us?
No, it ain't.
I'm sorry.
They ain't unlocking nothing.
444.
Get it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's try his name and last name. First name, Charles Adam Sam Edward Young.
Because we need a criminal
Step out of the car for me, sir. Don't resist. Don't resist. You'll go to rail.
Okay. Okay. Got him. Yes.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. Okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. You got the cards to put on here.
$429. We have one resisting.
No, I'm not resisting, buddy. You just broke my wrist. Thank you for letting me go a little bit.
Code 41 detain. Why'd you have to do all that, man?
I didn't do anything, brother.
Hey.
You broke my wrist, man. You broke my whole fucking... You got a flashlight or something right here. Okay. You just located my elbow.
Your elbow dislocated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm calling an ambulance.
Your camera's on the ground, sir. That's it. That's it.
Stand right here.
Pick it up, please. No, put everything on camera.
Stop. Everything's on camera.
Okay.
444 going to meet me on 3.
We'll get their information. That's my knife. I got another knife on the other side. Right here. I mean, I'm not resisting, sir.
You were. We asked you to step out several times, and then you tensed up.
Anytime you ask somebody to get out of a car?
Yes, sir. We were trying to ID you.
Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't doing anything.
You're involved in the disturbance.
No, I was not.
Anything gonna poke, stick, or stab me?
No, sir.
Walk over here.
Yes, sir. This arm, you heard the ligaments or something fucking pop. But yeah, on my left arm it hurts.
Okay, okay.
Really bad.
Okay. Stand right here for me, okay?
Okay.
You didn't have to do all that, buddy.
I didn't do anything.
All we were trying to do is ID.
Dude, that's my car. That's my car right there.
Okay, what's your name?
Edward Gonzalez.
Why couldn't you just tell us that from the get-go?
Dude, I mean, why?
Before you called a charge for resisting.
Always resisting what?
Resisting.
Arrest? How was I resisting arrest?
When you were tensing up and everything out there?
I wasn't tensing nothing.
You were.
You got everything on camera?
I do.
Okay. Please look at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Edward.
Can you log authority for trespass?
Gonzalez.
Go ahead.
Lee.
Your last name's Gonzalez? G-O.
Henry, Ida, Lincoln, Edward, first name Larissa, Lincoln.
What's your date of birth?
Ida, 10, date of birth 10/15/64, white female.
That's my license number.
No, your date of birth.
6/16/70.
6/16 of 70.
10/15/64.
1401 6042. That's my license number.
Go ahead and call EMS. He said his shoulder dislocated, I guess.
No, it ain't my shoulder, it's my arm.
Your arm dislocated?
You just twisted it.
429. Can you have EMS en route to our location? Possible dislocated shoulder.
First name?
Copy last name, date of birth. White mount.
Go ahead.
Last name Gonzalez. First name Edward. Date of birth 6/16 of 70. 6/16 of 70. Do you have a driver's license out of Texas?
6/16 of 70.
License in the truck. Car.
10-4. 6/16 of 70.
So you don't need my license.
No, we had to ID you.
No, you don't need to ID.
Yes, sir, we did. They wanted to criminal trespass you from the property.
Well, okay.
So we didn't ID you. And when you refused...
No, you didn't tell me they wanted to criminal trespass.
I told you that.
No, sir, you did not.
Okay, it's all on audio and video.
Camera. It's all on camera. You did not say, hey, they want a criminal trespass, I need ID. You said, let me see your ID, period. That's what you said. And you come jerk me out. Come jerk me out of the truck, the car.
You shouldn't have resisted, sir.
Resisted?
Yes, sir.
How can I resist arrest when I wasn't out of the car? How can you arrest somebody that's not out of the car? That's what I want you to understand.
Okay,
Do you
Mr.
know the
Gonzalez.
law, boy?
I do.
Apparently not.
I do.
Okay. I mean, it's just, I was in my car. I was talking to you with politeness.
No,
okay?
sir.
Whatever. I mean, whatever. Take me to jail.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
Refused to ID, and then
Take me to the hospital.
refused to get out of the car, refused to unlock the door. I unlocked the door from the driver's side and pulled him out, refused to put his hands behind his back. Took me and Grantham to both get us behind his back, but he's saying he's saying the shoulder possibly to get dislocated.
Sir, you recognize me? You've been there on the force for years. I recognize you. Okay. My name's Edward Gonzalez. I do no harm. A friend of mine got hurt. I brought him up here. He was bleeding out. I got pictures on my phone. I'm like, please do something with this man. He's bleeding out. He's been bleeding for 40 minutes. And I come here and like, hey, we need insurance, we need this, we need that. I'm like, just take him in. We'll fill everything out. And I'm like, well, just gotta wait. You gotta wait till we do all the paperwork. I'm like, my wife would do the paperwork. Just get him in there. His ankle was like really, really bad. So all of a sudden, they come through with a wheelchair, and they seen a half a pint of blood on the floor. They're like, oh my God, I'm telling you, he's bleeding out. Please do something. And I'm like, well, we got to have our paperwork first. And then the next person that comes in had a gash in her head, a woman, redhead, she's probably still in there. And she's like, yeah, I passed out, I crashed my head, and I'm in here. So they're like, okay, yeah, we know who you are. Come on in here. We'll get you fixed up. But yet I'm sitting there saying that my guy's bleeding on the floor. I got pictures.
444.
It's not like I'm calling it. I calmed down after I got. He went back. I calmed down. I sat on the chair. I was done. I was calmed down. He was back there. I called him. I went and got his phone. Gave him his phone. Called him. He's okay. This and that. All of a sudden, they come in and told her, "Hey, we need his keys to his truck." Because she had his keys. I didn't have his keys. She had his keys. So that woman behind the desk come over and asked for the keys for the truck. Not Mr. Tom Royston didn't ask for the keys. She asked for the keys. Do we got this on camera? So my wife gave her the keys to his truck, so we couldn't go nowhere. We're stuck. We can't go, we can't leave, can't do nothing. So we had to get somebody to bring us home. The person that, Donald, that was in the hospital here, getting treated,
55.
gave us a ride to get her car. So we come back get her purse so we can get in our house.
Tell you to inform you that the suspect was taking pictures of all of their license plates.
With his sister, I mean his daughter, stepdaughter.
He did have pictures of a bunch of license plates.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Take me to jail, take me to wherever you need to take me. I'm ready.
Okay. We're going to wait on an ambulance, check on him.
But yeah, you twisted my arm pretty good. And I was just sitting in my car. I wasn't resisting anything. You can't demand somebody to get out of the car unless somebody has...
We can.
Okay. We'll see you in court, brother. No hard feelings. None at all. My name's Eddie. Is she okay? Baby, you okay, baby? Just go home. I'll see you when I get out.
Go ahead.
Keys to the house and on my keychain.
Hey, there's 2 knives right there. There's 2 knives right there on the hood of the car.
Okay.
429, copy another Texas ID.
Go ahead.
Texas 1754-2597. Repeating 1754-2597.
We're safe.
Let me get your charger.
I don't have a second key.
Yeah, we can talk to her. Give us her ID and everything. Send in. Can you give us your ID? He said, no, I ain't doing it. So you got to. And he refused. And then I said, hey, then we're going to ask you to step out. He goes, I'm not getting out. Grantham checked the doors locked. So I was right there talking to the driver. She was being completely cooperative. If I'm not button, he still refused to get out. So when we pulled him out, he immediately tensed up. Grabbed him. Refused to put his hands behind him. Tried to get his hands behind him. Had 2 knives on him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
But he said his shoulder or something dislocated.
It's not.
Huh?
If it was,
His elbow
it
or
would
something.
hurt. I've
So-
separated mine,
Yeah.
and it hurt.
Why are we pulling him out of the car?
He refused to ID himself.
Okay.
And I asked him to step out. I said, if you don't ID yourself, we're going to ask you to step out of the car. And then he refused to step out.
So you pulled him out?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On your tag, on return exam, giving the insurance information, should be a 2018 Dodge Charger.
He didn't. Go ahead.
Your 27 initial, the negative column, like female, 10.77.
Yeah. We did try to ask him several times before, but...
No, what crime did he commit?
well, we were trying to ID him for possible, see if they wanted to criminal trespass, their disturbance.
What crime did he commit?
Well, we were investigating that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Disturbance.
The disturbance.
Reference, yeah.
Okay.
Dispatch advised that he was threatening them.
I heard he was threatening people. Is he intoxicated?
Yes, sir. I can smell a strong smell of alcohol coming
Do
from
what?
him. I can smell alcohol coming from him. I haven't been able to give him sobriety test or anything like that, but
Was he driving?
no, sir. Passenger.
He was a passenger.
And driver, she was very cooperative. Gave us her ID and everything like that. He just refused to identify himself, give his name or anything.
Okay. So what are we charging him with?
Resisting, Grantham said.
Huh?
Resisting. And then I mentioned possible failed ID, but
Yeah, Mill Street, near the Sonic Launch for juvenile disturbance, several actors.
You're investigating threats.
Yes,
So
sir.
you wouldn't ID him.
yes, sir.
Get out of the car.
Asked him to step out after he refused. And then when we opened the door, we asked him to get out again. He refused. And when we grabbed him, he immediately tensed up, refused to put his hands behind his back. No. The only two weapons he had was 2 knives in his pocket.
Okay, so you're called here to investigate threats to the staff.
Yes, sir.
They want to issue a trespass warning, and in the course of that investigation, you need to identify him.
Correct.
He
Yes,
wouldn't
sir.
identify, so you asked him to step out. He wouldn't get out, so you pulled him out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to need some statements from the people inside about him, what threats he made to them.
Yes, sir. Understood. I'll start working on it. Captain wants me to get statements from the people inside.
Okay.
And that's our ID. I'm going to get statements. Sir? Huh?
Yours or his?
His, I think. He's leaving. Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
Doing good, sir. Okay. We'll talk.
Oh no, I had 2 of Orange's finest standing in front of me. Oh my God, what did I do to warrant this attention?
You want me? I'm gonna go talk to her up there. I'm assuming that's who they were made towards.
How about you call me
Yes, sir.
back? Yeah, when we get back there.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, were you one of the ones he threatened?
Well, no, I wasn't one of the ones he threatened.
Is one of the ladies here?
She's in the back. She's in the back, and I'll go get the other one.
Yeah. We have to take a
He
statement.
was just yelling
We're waiting on an
and
ambulance. We're waiting on an
He was
ambulance.
yelling and screaming on everybody.
Yeah.
You waiting on a what?
Waiting on an ambulance. He may have got his shoulder dislocated or something.
This is Miss Larissa right here.
Okay.
And let me go grab the other one.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
They walked outside. Hey, you two. I need Jenna. An officer needs to speak with you. Since you dealt with him. Thank you.
Yeah, how you doing, man? You Miss Jenna?
Yes,
Are
I'm
you
Miss
the
Jenna.
Are you the one he threatened?
Yeah, I'm the one he poked his head in the door and said, "You lied, I'm gonna get you."
Okay. Well, we're arresting him. Well, he possibly dislocated his shoulder. He resisted arrest or resisted detention, refused ID. Possibly dislocated his shoulder too. So we're waiting on an ambulance right now.
Oh,
So, but we need to get a statement for you, and if you can, put in there just what happened and use exact words like quotes and everything, and we need to put in here how you felt, like if you felt threatened, if you felt like he was going to harm you or anything like that. Okay?
I just felt like he would. Truth?
Yes, ma'am.
I just felt like he needed to go. What is that? The 5th floor over at Southeast Texas Medical Center.
Yeah. But we need to put it in there for us. Okay?
Okay.
Just fill this out for me.
So you mean from
Right.
when he did that this last
Yes,
time
ma'am.
when he showed back up?
Yes, ma'am. The reason y'all called us out.
Okay.
And if you felt that he was going to hurt you or anything like that, or if he wasn't, just put that in there.
Notice I put it
No,
on
go
the
right
counter.
ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Probably a whole lot easier.
Coffee all night, went home, had a candy bar, piece of chocolate cake too, so I'm good. Get another statement from this nurse up here too.
Yes, sir. I brought in several.
He was cursing and saying, "I'm gonna get you," and all that. So his behavior took them away from the patients and caused her to fear for herself. I think that terrible
Yes, sir.
threat. Plenty of reason to go back there and identify him
Yes, sir.
and all that.
Yes, sir.
Be sure to get that, took their attention away from the patients and people they're trying to treat.
Yes, sir.
Millen Park, there's a lot of cars in here, but no signs of disturbance.
Are you a nurse here, ma'am?
I'm an AA.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah, I'm front desk.
Okay.
Okay, do you need
Yes, ma'am. I got one right here. She's riding on it right now. My captain was telling me, he said, due to his actions and everything, it caused y'all's attention to be taken away from other patients and things like that? Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm trying to, we getting the patient in the
Yes, ma'am.
wheelchair. I mean, this is when the man first appears.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm like, stand back, sir, and he would not
Yes,
release
and
the
they've got
patient.
quite a large gathering.
And he's cursing me out. And I said, sir, get back, we'll
So he-
handle it.
okay.
Have traffic
And
jams or
he's
parked cars on
steadily,
both sides.
you know, mouthing off at
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
And I said, sir, back up.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
You know, and I took over holding it, and he kept demanding to come back and see the patient. I'm not letting him back here.
Yes, ma'am.
Not when somebody's being verbally abusive to me right off the bat.
Yes,
we haven't
ma'am.
even exchanged pleasantries.
Yes, ma'am. Well, just, for charges on him, it's just important that you use, exact words he used, if you can remember. And also...
Remember, fuck you.
Yeah, put that in there. Feel free to write that. Also, put how you felt. Like if you felt like he was
I
going to
felt
harm you.
threatened.
Yeah,
I
if
did.
you
I
feel
felt-
that way, put that in your statement. And also, if he did direct your care away from other patients and caused a disturbance so much that you couldn't attend to other people, put that in there too as well,
Okay.
because that could
That
result in
adds
other
to the-
charges. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we've got video too. They
Awesome.
can pull the video where he popped back in after they left.
Yes, ma'am.
There was no reason for them to come back
Yes, ma'am.
because another patient gave them a ride home. Why did they feel the need to come back?
I understand. Yes, ma'am. He.
And then she turns around and tells me, "This was your fault.
Oh man.
You left me without a way home." I said, "Oh well, but you didn't have to come back."
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Don't know why they felt the need for that. Well, we're giving him criminal trespasses. He has charges. We're going to be pressing on him.
I did put it in here about how he was belligerent with y'all the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, he was telling us,
I just need you to sign right here.
y'all need to fucking do something while he won't let go.
Yes,
and-
ma'am.
Right, he wouldn't even let me get the gentleman's ID or insurance, like he was giving me issues. Like, I have to
I can
have-
understand
this
that.
is our policy,
Yes, ma'am.
so.
I mean, unless somebody is not breathing,
Yes, ma'am.
no pulse, there is no reason for us not to collect their information.
Oh, 100%.
Now, he got pictures of all of our license
Yes, ma'am.
plates.
And,
that's an issue.
Yes, ma'am. Do you need a pen, ma'am? Oh, you got one? Okay. Yeah, I believe, like, he was on his phone. I did see pictures of license plates and everything like that. So.
Yeah, he did, because when it happened, we had stepped out because the patient and then we're trying to get to their vehicles.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's when she went out there and saying, hey, y'all don't need to be here.
Yeah, and I can smell alcohol on him too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I stepped outside just with her being like right out the door, and then about that time he literally came, scared me from behind, and then he got down, he took a picture of our doctors. He said, I've got pictures of all y'all's plates, and I'm like, yeah, because that's where we all park. So he was back here taking pictures of all of our stuff.
So weird.
So is there a way like we can get that stuff erased from his phone?
I'll talk to some supervisors. Well, I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of times when we go into people's property to seize property, we have to get search warrants and things like that.
Okay.
Now with him going to jail, property will be seized and everything like that. So
Okay.
let's see. Okay.
Because like I said, I physically watched him take a picture of the
I believe you
hotel's
100%.
license
I
plate.
believe you
Yeah,
100%.
he got Dr. Lake's
right there
plate.
in front of us.
Yes,
Like he
ma'am.
was just like, and I was like,
And he was taking pictures too of all the blood. I said, what is his problem?
Well, now if he comes back onto the property, even the parking lot, he'll be arrested instantly for criminal trespass. And also too, if he harasses y'all in any way, it's possible harassing a witness or to a crime since one has occurred today, and that's a felony.
okay.
My cell phone number is fine.
No, yes, ma'am, 100%.
You want in here?
Yeah, do you want to sit down and use the desk, or?
I'll go up front.
Okay.
Do you need some coffee? We can make you some
No,
coffee.
ma'am, I'm good. Thank you very much.
And that poor patient in here, she's been neglected too. Driver's license number. It's a Louisiana one.
Hey, ma'am. I
I
can.
know what
If I can get you to put your information right up here on top.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I got onto the statement part.
That's not a problem at all.
Where's my boot?
Thank you for coming out.
No problem at all, ma'am.
I didn't have nothing to offer.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully, problem will be resolved. Y'all won't have to deal with him again.
He's like heading off to jail or something.
He's possibly going to jail. We have an ambulance coming. When we were trying to detain him and ID him, he refused to cooperate and resisted. And he's complaining now that we dislocated his shoulder or elbow or something. So we're waiting on an ambulance to check him out.
I didn't have my knife on me tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's just,
He had 2 knives on him.
did he?
Yes.
Yikes. See? Yeah, I was afraid he was going to come back with something.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
That's right.
So
670-9898.
he'll either be going to jail or he'll be going to the hospital and then to jail. So.
Well, they pull the, I'm having chest pain every time they put him in the silver bracelets.
Yes, ma'am. He's talking to us pretty normal. I mean, I've never dislocated anything, but I would imagine it's painful.
Oh, did you hear a pop?
Not really sure. Those situations get tense and fast-paced and lots of noise there for a minute. Well, and that's our object, is to get him in the handcuffs as quickly as possible for his safety and ours, and rightfully so, because he had 2 knives on him. But
Big knife?
no, ma'am, just regular pocket knives. Just normal-sized pocket knives.
Oh, there it is, LA wallet. Oh, here we go.
You don't have to worry about it. Your name and date of birth, we can get everything else we need.
Okay. This is legal in the state of Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am.
Texas needs to get it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because everybody runs off and leaves their wallet. Nobody leaves their phone at home.
Yes, ma'am. Very true.
I'm not going to give you my social.
No, ma'am. Don't worry about that at all.
Yes, ma'am. What friend?
The wife is leaving, no problems.
Oh,
Yeah, she didn't give us any problems.
Is he,
Okay. So
is he in any distress? Can he wait a
No.
moment? Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, all right, thanks. Bye-bye. It's been frequent flyer night.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How am I gonna,
Just start off. It's like telling a story. The way sometimes I'll start off, I'll say my name. I was working on today's date when a white male came in, and you just start telling the story from there.
I used to be pretty good at this, I'm out of practice.
It's okay. 429. What's the event number?
2211915. 2211915.
10-4.
Yes, ma'am. Talk about the next one.
Okay.
She wants us to do an EKG and one chest X-ray. And then we'll call her. Huh?
She don't want any blood.
Not at this moment.
Okay. He was just here either yesterday, today or yesterday, something like that.
Today. We really appreciate y'all responding as fast as y'all do.
No problem. We try to be. Sometimes it's we're on one side of the city. Sometimes we're right across the street.
Well, we're all like checking our apps going, you know, is it a full moon?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm starving.
Go ahead.
28951 Tom, transporting one to the medical center.
They going to Port Arthur?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, boy. Poor Jason. One of the nurses I know.
444.
Go ahead.
Can you advise on lunch? We received coming out.
Go ahead, sir.
Can you unlock your car?
Receive. I'm trying now. Let me know when it does.
I think you're too far away. I think the building's blocking it.
Right now. No, I don't think so.
You can't be compelled to give your statement.
No.
I was gonna get out of the way.
Yeah, I'll move. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you in a second.